to the Give and Go. My name's Tim, and today we are back with another episode of 32 for 32. Today we'll be focusing on the Houston Texans, what they got to do this offseason, and looking back at the 2017 NFL season. Before we get into things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at the Give and Go, and subscribe. Hit that red box right down here, and we'll be good. Share it with your friends as well. So to get started, the Houston Texans, they were really injured this year. I gave them a C for the 2017 NFL season. Overall, Tom Savage versus Deshaun Watson dominated the headlines during the offseason, if you remember. It was who was going to start, the rookie quarterback out of Clemson or Tom Savage. And the first game, Tom Savage sucked. So they put in Deshaun Watson, the rest is history. It was really exciting to see Deshaun Watson play with all the weapons on the outside. You had Will Fuller come back at the mid-season mark and DeAndre Hopkins getting a good quarterback to throw to him. You look at the games versus New England, Seattle, and Tennessee. They basically threw down with the heavyweights in the NFL, and they did really well against them and even blew out Tennessee if you look at that. But again, they were riddled with injuries throughout the whole entire year. You look at Will Fuller with a broken fibula. You had Chris Clark, C.J. Fedorowicz, Deonta Foreman, Ryan Griffin, Nick Martin, Whitney Merciless, and the big one, of course, was J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson. They literally were decimated with injuries. So comment below if you think the Texans would have made the playoffs in 2017 if they were fully healthy with J.J. Watt manning the edge, Whitney Merciless, and Deshaun Watson back there for the whole season. So now to the 2018 NFL season. So the front office. So Brian Gaine came in and has replaced Rick Smith as the GM as he's taking personal time off. And that's a good thing for Bill O'Brien as they've been having a lot of conflict in that front office, and he's in charge of decision making now. And even though Bill O'Brien has lost Mike Vrabel, he takes in an experienced coach in Romeo Crennel to man that defensive front like he used to. And so they'll get J.J. Watt back this year. They'll get Whitney Merciless back. But they do have some needs on that team. You look at the offensive line. Derek Newton, he's an offensive tackle coming back. He was out this whole entire year with the pectoral injury, so he will be back manning the left side. They traded Dwayne Brown to the Seattle Seahawks after a holdout, which is good for them as they got some draft picks in return. But Chris Clark, Xavier Su'a-Filo, and Brendan Giacomini are still free agents, so they definitely need to shore that up this offseason. At safety, Marcus Gilchrist is a free agent, so they may need to address that in free agency or the draft. And at cornerback, Jonathan Joseph is a free agent this year, and Kareem Jackson is on the last year of his contract, so they may need to look into getting a cornerback in the draft as well. One of the things that I definitely think that they should do, but is definitely not in need but more of a want, is a running back. Lamar Miller, he's getting up there in age, and he really wasn't that great of a running back this past year. Deonta Foreman was relatively good when he had the chance, so we'll see what he does this year, but they might go get one in the draft. On contract negotiations, Jadeveon Clowney, one of the monsters in the NFL at his position. The first year, he didn't do too hot, but after that, he's turned it on, and he's definitely one of the top 5 pass rushers in this league, and his contract is expiring next year. Do they go pay him? I think they should. They need to pay him the big bucks and put him right next to J.J. Watt for the rest of his career. They do not have any first-round picks this year. If you think back, they traded their first-round pick to jump up to take Deshaun Watson, but they do have $58 million in cap space, maybe to re-sign Jonathan Joseph and go grab some free agents. So thanks for watching. Share it with your friends, and tomorrow we will be back with the Denver Broncos here on 32 for 32.